Welcome to the stream. Today I am coloring with markers. Specifically, I'm going to be coloring the top. You guys chose pink, so let's see how it turns out. Right now I'm going to start with a lighter pink. This one is RV130. And then the next pink is kind of not in the same marker category. Hello, Aruni, welcome. Hello, Toga, welcome. June, hello. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys so much for coming. June, you should definitely get some rest. You have a huge audition tomorrow, and I'm so excited for you. You've got this. Kashina, welcome. Good morning, guys. Welcome, Aruni, June, Toga, Kashina. Welcome, everyone. This is actually a different marker I'm using. This one is Artify. The one I used before this, the other pink color, that one was a Ohuhu marker. This is Artify. I'm using different markers because oftentimes than not, some of the colors are different and don't have the colors that I want to use. So I'm going to use this thing here, I guess. I don't know. Guess what? I just passed my knowledge test for driving. You did? Congratulations! Oh my god, Layla, congratulations! It's evening here. Ah, I gotcha. I think Kashina also probably has the same time as me then, probably. You guys are probably getting close to Saturday, right? It's almost Saturday for you guys. You're welcome. Beep boop. Cosmic, welcome to the live. I feel like I just never see you very often. I miss you, Cosmic. Some of you guys, I've not seen you in like 2,000 years, it feels like. Hold on, let me get... I just threw my pencil. And guys, you should definitely post your art in the community when you have time. You guys should definitely post it. Post it, do it. Do it. Ah, I gotcha. You're a school paramedic? Oh my goodness, that is amazing. Congratulations, Toga. It's 6:37 where I live. Okay, you're still morning too, Kashina. It is 8 something for me. It's 8 o'clock for me. Oh yeah, you're almost into Saturday. You guys probably are too. Layla, are you into Saturday too? Aruni, you almost into Saturday too? Usually the reason why I get a lot of viewers like in the morning time more than I do at night is because a lot of my viewers are from, like, they're international, and a lot of the Americans can't watch as late, so I don't usually go live on Saturdays or Sundays, but I have before, and usually it's pretty dead, and I'm pretty much just talking to myself. Oh, it's morning for you too, Cosmic? It is... Yes, Aruni, yes. I will try to remember to go to your page. Let's see, what am I missing? Yes, I knew they would stay, Layla. If there's no more bots and no more inactive accounts, they won't remove them. So that means that the 1K that's still staying there, that means that they're legit. So you got the real deal there. I hope I went with the right color. It's been all lives. Done 3 except for today. Yes, I was like, oh my god, I have to catch her live. And I was even looking at your profile and I was like, okay, I gotta keep up with this. I gotta know when she's going live. Because I'm up in the morning. So when you go live is when I get up. So it's convenient for me to watch it then. And it's rare that anyone that's not like international comes to my live, because a lot of them are at school or work, and you guys are the ones that are from out of the States are usually like it's nighttime or evening time for them. So that's really nice. That's really nice. It makes me happy. I smell markers, yes. Episode 8 broke me. I've not seen that yet. I've not seen that. What are you gonna draw next? I might color my OC Aki. I've got my colors ready for him. He's got the same color hair as my persona. He is my persona's brother. Whenever June goes live, I'm still asleep. So I missed. Oh my gosh, no! Yeah. So that really sucks, Kashina. I know you probably really want to see her go live too. Oh, your friend is leaving your school? No. Have any pets? Yes, I have 2. What about you, Aruni? Do you have any pets? I could have swore you told me you had dogs. I know some of you guys in here have some dogs. I'm thinking about just using 2 colors. I'm not really, like you said, June, I'm not really in the mood to really render that much. I'm good. I'm not into it right now. I'll just color this and then probably move on to Aki, his hair, probably, and eyes, because he's mostly just headshot. I like to make headshots a lot, and even shoulder shots, because it just really shows the detail of your character's face and stuff. I really enjoy those. What am I missing? Yeah. It sucks that, like you said, June, it sucks that there's so many conflicting time zones and stuff. Your dog is being a brat. Oh my goodness, Kashina, your dog is gonna drive you crazy. I am in the States. I just don't go normal. So I go to college. My classes on Thursdays. That's why. Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, you're. That's probably why I don't see. Luckily though, I've been seeing a lot more of you, Layla. You actually weren't on for a while, which I didn't see you for a while, but one of your videos, or maybe a couple of them, were blowing up, and I'm just like, this girl is about to hit 1K. Trust. No, no. I have side views as well and front facing as well. I have side view. I'll show you the side view if I have it in this sketchbook. I do have side view. I remembered now. I do. I'll show you. This is side view of my OC, my favorite OC, Yumi. And this is side view of my persona, Carson, who is my husband in real life. Yes, I'm a married girl. I'm married. I sound like that one bomb on the Pac-Man adventure game that goes... It sounds really creepy. It sounds like a hissing cat. I had fishes, but they died. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Aruni. That's really sad. Yes, rendering takes too long, man. Sometimes I like to render hair and everything, but the rest of it I'm not really fond of because it's too much. I'm learning German for my wife. I'm a teen, but I don't care. Leave us be. Aw, yeah. That's sweet. That's sweet that you're learning German for her. I don't have pets, but I have a chameleon. Aw. I bet he's cute. What's his name? Alright, I just finished my spaghetti. Oh my god. Famous quotes from Makemi. You know what they call me in the Discord group? Like it's called the Circus Trio. Even though we're not a trio, it's just our group from Dandy's World. They call me Kemi. They call me Kemi. Can't fit times. Can see everybody because otherwise I'm asleep. Yeah, that really sucks. And I know that you tried, June. I can tell that you tried to like fit in times to see everyone and post and connect and stuff. And I really appreciate that very much. That's really sweet of you to make that time, as tired as you are and as much as you have going on. but I'm still learning to read German, so I might not know much of what you're saying. These look so good. Thank you. Thank you. Lucifer, if you're new here, I am a Chemi, and I make original characters, and sometimes I do fan art. Very rarely, though, and if I do, it's a lot of shoujo, romancy, gushy, gooey stuff. I like that. She's giggling, kicking her feet. Oh my god. Congratulations, Cosmic! You're almost at 1K. June, I'm telling you, you are getting so close. Before you know it, one of your posts, or multiple of them, are gonna start blowing up. What I've noticed about people is eventually, like, for some reason, during this season, it's like art blows up huge. Like, people start seeing it a lot more, and you start meeting new people, and it's just like, where did this come from? And you don't think it's going to happen, but it really does. And eventually, when it does happen, you're like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. Like, oh my god, I'm just so overwhelmed with excitement. Like, you just wait. You just wait. It's gonna be amazing. And you're gonna be so excited. Trust me, Kashina, I can see that your posts are blowing up and people are starting to see yours as well. You are going to get there, and when you get there, you're gonna be like, what happened? Like, how did this happen? This happened so fast. And you just won't believe that it happened. Like, it's just sometimes a huge shock. Oh, no problem, Kashina. I hope we have a good day, and thank you for joining today. And you get some rest and take care of yourself and drink plenty of water. Water. Lots of water. I know water is boring and all, but drink it. I do have to go to bed. Okay, good night, June. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it, and I'm so happy that I got to see you go live. Thank you so much for going live. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you for letting us know too. This time I happened to be on YouTube scrolling, so it actually helped that I was on there this morning. I wonder if I should keep that pink. What do you guys think? What does everyone in the chat think? Oh my goodness, Cosmic. Bye, June. Get some rest and take care of yourself, and I wish you so much luck, and I hope you get the part. I am so excited for you. Let me know how it goes. How do you finish that fast? Are you talking about the clothing that I got here? I'm actually not really worried about rendering. That's why it's fast. I'm not caring about it right now. I'm just coloring. Not really using any deep shading this time or anything. I just really want to get it done. And I had to put a sheet under this so that way it doesn't bleed through. Yay! I'm excited. I'm excited here. I hope that it goes well. You've got this. Get lots of rest and drink plenty of water. Oh, you guys are so supportive. That is so sweet. Everyone, guys. You guys are so sweet. I swear these ants are gonna drive me crazy. I'm just not so worried about rendering right now. Sometimes it's just so boring and I don't really feel it. But I think maybe you guys picked the right colors. I think so. Methinks so. Why is that there? Okay. Actually, let's put that there. Alright, there we go. Thank you. Oh, June has an audition. And It's like she's super excited. It's a really, really big part that she really wants to play. So wish her luck, guys. Wish her lots of luck. You can taste colors. Yeah, I do draw some of like the same poses, but honestly, I really don't care. Some people are just like, I've had a couple people tell me like, that's not even art. Like if you draw the same pose, that's not even art. That's not even real art. And of course, people have jumped in and said, wait a second, hold up. I didn't even have to say anything. But yeah, I just like to capture the face and the hair. That's like my whole thing. I just like having the face and the hair. I do like drawing full bodies. Like I do draw them, just not very often. But when I do, it's because I want to show off an outfit or something that they're wearing. I can draw hands and feet very, very well. And I usually just draw headshots or just from like the chest up because I just get to show their hair and eyes a lot more. I don't know if I know that style or not. Is that a YouTuber? But I like capturing the face and stuff like that so much. But if I do draw a full body or like half body, it's because I want to show off the clothes. It's a YouTuber. Let me actually look that up. I wonder if I subscribe to them. There's so many people that I don't subscribe to yet. Let me see. ZEYN underscores. Where is that thing? There it is. There it is. Sires? Sears? Or Sear? Oh, I am subscribed. I am subscribed. Okay. Are you talking about this guy? These? I am subscribed already. That's a cool style. I like that. I think it's pretty cool. If you guys would like, you guys can... I was actually going to ask you guys if you guys would like to post your art into the community. Yeah, I'm just not in the mood to render. I don't like rendering clothes. It's boring to me. So I honestly don't do it often. It's just boring. I love to draw clothes, but I just don't like to render clothes. I don't. It's not fun. But I love, love, love drawing hair. It takes forever with ink because I have tendency to shake. Hello, Mila. Welcome to the stream. Do I like Colleen's art? I do, but I don't much care for Colleen. Honestly, I don't much care for her as a person. But she's not my kind of person. So I don't really subscribe to her, but her art is great. Yeah, not wanting to is just, I don't feel like it. But this is Akemi, and this is Aki. I might actually color him today. I don't know. I kind of have just a different expression for him on this one. And I don't know. I love drawing guys so much more than girls. I do like drawing girls, but I really like drawing guys so much because I don't know. It's just, I don't know what it is. Yes, Cosmic, go post. Go post. I wonder if I should color him or Hillary, yes. When did I do this one? I think I did this one on the 23rd too. Let me think. This one was actually I don't know. No, I'm going to put it as the 23rd. Even if it's not the 23rd. Oh well. I guess it'll just have to do. Hillary. There we go. That is. Just draw these little squiggly lines there. Bam! Yay! Cosmic, I can't wait to see. Me cannot wait to see. I might color her. Or I could color Aki. I don't know. Because I've got 2 of him. They're both headshots. I still haven't erased the pencil marks just yet. Let me find my erasers. Where is that thing? There it is. Because I still haven't erased the eraser or my pencil marks. Whatever you call that. There we go. There it goes. All better now. That's tricky. That is tricky because they can be very tough as someone who has suffered with that. So, you can. But that is up to you. Whatever you feel is best to say to her. You know her most. You know how she feels. You know what to say that may help her. Or you know what might calm her, in a sense. But it's great that you are there as support. That's enough already in itself. Yay! What pen do you use for these? They look really clean. I use the Ohuhu fine liners. They're the black ones, but I have other Ohuhu fine liners, but the other ones are white. These are black. But I just feel like these, I have more control over these than the other ones. But in itself, like, pens can be really tough for me. Oh no. No, don't say the forbidden numbers. Please. I do anything for her? Do you have any tips or anything? Well, that's really tough. Honestly, I don't know. I would say tell her what you're observing, tell her what you're seeing, and just remind her how much you care about her. And you want to see the very best for her. You want to see her happy and healthy, and you can suggest some things that could help. Anything that could help. You can do some research on some different things that could help. I've never known anyone, except for myself, that has suffered through that kind of stuff. It is very common, though. So, I think you even being there is amazing. I think that is the greatest thing. You have an amazing heart. Oh my goodness. Please, Mila, no. Oh, you had to repost it? I don't know what is... Hello, Guru. Welcome to the stream. No, this is not printed. This is a sketchbook. I hope that made sense, Toga. I really hope that helps. I wish I knew what to say. I'm trying to think of what I would say to her if I was you. And the only things I could think of is just remind her how much you love her and care about her and want to see the very best of her. Just let her know what you're observing, what you're noticing, and how much you love her and care about her, and offer her some suggestions on what you found helpful or what you've searched that could help her. So that way it's not so it doesn't feel like an attack, or it doesn't feel like something that you're saying that, yeah. I hope that made sense. You're not at home right now. Please leave a message at the tone, Sasha. My goodness, what are you doing? Why are you... My cat just jumped on my back and jumped, like, to the other side. I don't know. She's something else. I could color this, or I actually just got done coloring this. But I didn't want to render, so I just colored it with 2 colors, and that's all. That's pretty much it that I did. You're in the hospital? Wait, what did I miss? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Why are you in the hospital? Are you okay? Well, obviously you're not okay because you're in the hospital. What kind of question is that? If I have any mods in here, let me know, because wait, I'm using the phone that... I'm using a different device than what I... Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha. If anyone sees anyone repeating comments or anything like that, let me know, or you can take care of it. Some of you guys... Who is a moderator in here? I gotcha. That hospitals are not fun. What? I've had that a lot, actually. And I've had that happen for me too, where I've posted and it's not there, and I have to repost it. YouTube is absolutely a complete jerk. And it's so annoying. So frustrating. Hello. Hello. What time is it in Greece? What time is it? I go live in the mornings. So the times I usually go live is when people from outside of... I'm in the States right now. So usually for you guys, it's evening, late afternoon, and sometimes even Saturday. It's probably Saturday for some of you already who are probably around the UK, or not UK, but like, yeah, further out. I know for my friend Nuggy, she is in the UK, and and she's in England, so it's probably evening for her, probably like 5 or 6 o'clock. It's still Friday. Okay, I gotcha. Morocco, hello. That is so cool, guys. 4 p.m. It's noon. It's like 4 p.m. It's noon. There's a needle. Oh yeah, I don't like needles. They're very, very scary. I don't like them. They make me feel funny. It's like 3 p.m. for you. I gotcha. Yeah, I have some people from India and Indonesia. Also, I've had some people from China. I have some in Japan as well, like for a lot of people from Asia, and a couple from Canada, which honestly, like not my immediate family, because we're like, but the people like from extended family. I guess I would call her my great aunt. She's actually from Canada. And a lot of people like down the line have come from Canada, as well as the UK, like England, Ireland, Scotland, those kind of places. And actually, I've went down my family tree. Apparently, there's a couple from Germany too. South Africa. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I bet the animals are so cute. Like the animals in Africa, like they have animals that... what's crazy is I have never been to a zoo, and the animals in Africa, like the different kinds of animals is just so interesting. But it kind of makes me sad to even think about the zoo. Like, I wonder if the animals are being treated well. You're 48% German? That is so cool. You found your chapstick in your bed? Oh, man. See, I don't know what it is about chapstick. It's one of those little things that disappears all the time on you. I'm quite a bit of Irish and French. Irish and French. I'm quite a bit of that. South African. That is so cool. Yes, I do watch anime. I do, but I watched the the cheesy mushy gushy lovey dovey type anime. That's the kind of stuff that I'm into. Which is why I draw kind of shoujo-y, like romance shoujo-y kind of thing. You can kind of see that in my art. It's very, very inspiring to me, the styles. So, yeah. I don't know if I should color Aki or if I should color Hillary. I like drawing men better, but I had like a hair color for him, and I'm trying to get the color right because there's that, but I feel like it's too bright of an orange. So I think I have the wrong orange as it's too bright. So I think that I would like to go with like I mean, on this paper, it's like not too bright, but this is a different paper, so that is exactly why it's bright, because it is the paper stuff. Utility you have to show the animals cannot. Aw, that's sad. Your friend's parents know? They do? You mean, I have watched One Piece. I don't like One Piece, like the anime itself, but I do like some of the characters. I draw a lot. I've drawn a lot of Luffy. A lot of Luffy. I do like Luffy. I do. Oh boy, this is gonna be tricky because I don't know. Let me try this one. I initially had the eggshell white color. I believe that was the color that I was using, but I don't know if about that. One Piece is okay, but after episode 1, it didn't pique my interest. Yeah, what do you mean? It's very good. Yeah, I understand that you like the anime, and I understand like there's certain kinds of tastes that people have and different things, which is valid. I get that. Me, I'm into a very different, completely different genre than what One Piece is, so that's probably why it's not my thing. But I'm glad that you enjoy it. Who's your favorite character? Who's your favorite character? I guess what I'm gonna do is just test some different colors for his hair. I don't know. And maybe I could just simply go in with a colored pencil if I find that it's not the right color. But this has to be like a light color, supposedly. Which I think it kind of is fitting. It's a little bit lighter. That's what I'm looking for. Something that's not too bright and neon looking. I'll come back in like 15 minutes. Get needle. Okay, gotcha. Take your time. Do you to get anime? Not really type of anime I'd watch now. The parents want to go screens. That's not fair. See, this is something that could really affect her, and school is not priority over health. That is not. Is that what she told you, Toga? Oh yes, Ghibli, Studio Ghibli, yes. I love Studio Ghibli stuff. I love Studio Ghibli. Jiro is my absolute favorite Studio Ghibli character. If you know, you know. I love him. I love him so much. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Who's your favorite character? Oh, you like JJK? Aw. Well, is this something that's really like concerning that is enough? Like, can anything be done about it that you know of? Are her parents like, I don't want to say too much without putting too much out there. But if there's something going on that's not good for her, that's hurting her, then that should be talked about with a school counselor or somebody. Yeah, because if she's having those issues, she needs to be taken to like somewhere to get help. Her parents need to pay attention and get her the help that she deserves. Not allow her to sit there and just suffer just because school is important. Like, school is important, but not more important than your health. Never, ever, under any circumstance, better or more important than your health. Never. Like, that's stupid. That's not even, doesn't even make sense. Like, why would you prioritize your child's education over their health? Yeah, I agree. Cosmic said the things that should definitely be talked about or investigated because that something's not right. Something is not right. I'm trying to find. Hold on. I wonder if this will work. I feel like it might be too dark. Also, if you hear my stomach growling, ignore it. I don't really want to eat right now. I'm not a break fast kind of person. I've not seen that one yet. No, I'm not going to use red, and the reason why is because if I do use red, it's going to be too bright. I'm looking for like a. I'm trying to think of an example. If you have read any kind of like manga, some of the manga you might notice have a very like how do I explain this? I have like a very light color palette. Nothing is too bright. So this is what I'm kind of going for here. I think I have come to the correct thing that I'm looking for. I guess if that makes any bit of sense. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that is Studio Ghibli just has a real feeling to. Yes, like it's so deep. It really is. Yeah, it's amazing, Toga, that it really shows a lot about you as a person that you're there for her and you're concerned about her. I would definitely talk to her more about what's going on just to make sure, just for her safety. And if something is happening, if her parents are doing things that they shouldn't be doing to their baby girl, that they should not be doing, I think that needs to be taken into consideration. I think you can help. You more than you know you can. Yeah, yeah, it does. It really does make it look grayish. I'm just trying to find the colors that I want for his hair because I added that same color that I have for her. I'll show you. Where's the character at? Here. For this one, I used the color that I'm using on that hair that I'm using now. This was like it was a lemon yellow, I believe. And then I used like a a dark pink, and then the purple that I'm using now. It's like a, what is this? This is a rainflower purple. It's a rainflower purple. Yeah, I would too. 100%. I would be too. I'm not really a big fan of, if I use red, watch, this is red. If I use red, that's kind of too, it looks good in like certain styles, but the style that I'm looking for is very, very soft like this. It's a very soft color. So I'm thinking about going with a, why don't you make his hair white? No, I'm not going to make his hair white because he has a certain color palette. I think it did, Cosmic. I couldn't see the other comment you made. Hey, Linda, welcome to the stream. I am doing well. How are you doing? I have just finished coloring some things, and I'm working on this right now to try to find the right color that I want to use for his hair. And I'm looking for soft, like very, very soft for him. Not like bold or dark or anything. Like something very light. So I'm just browsing some colors. I could go with a cool gray or like a blue gray, something of the matter. You're fine. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps deleting comments. Hum. How about this guy? I'm gonna just keep trying because I don't know until I try. I'm gonna do the very best I can to see what I like for his hair. I'm very specific on what I like, and I just like the dark, or the light, like the very soft ones, so much more than anything else. I don't know. Let's just say his hair is like a strawberry blonde. So using red would kind of not make so much sense unless I'm doing a shonen type style, like the Shonen Jump style. They have very bold colors. Or like, I would say Ranma and Sailor Moon have bold colors too. That's not the kind of look I'm going for. It used to be at one time, I think, but not anymore. sure you guys know about Ranma 1/2, the newest one. I like the old school one better, the 80s one. So much better. Ryoga is my favorite. He's my favorite. I love Ryoga. I think I've kind of got it. You should. Do you think that maybe you should talk to somebody about what's going on with her, or do you... I don't know. That's a difficult situation. But you also don't want to be a bystander and know that this is going on, and you definitely want to be there for your friend. Can definitely tell that you care a lot about her. So it's tough. Yes, I do. I do know what you mean. I hope that she'll be okay, and I think that it's worth considering talking to someone about it. Now, where you're from, Toga, do they take this kind of stuff serious? Because I know in some countries they don't care. They don't seem to care, which is sad. Yeah, I think that might be it. You're from Germany. So in Germany, do they take it seriously, though? Do they take that kind of stuff seriously? Or do they just brush it off? Because I know some countries don't really care about it or talk about it much or acknowledge it, more so than others. I know it's hard for some places, more so than it is others, so that's the reason why I ask. They do. Okay. So that's a good sign. I think that it's worth talking to someone about. If you have like a school counselor or someone that you trust, an adult that you trust, I think it's very, very important to talk to them about this, because that's very concerning. That scares me. And the reason why is because her parents are considering keeping her in school, but yet she's not in school right now. She's not been to school. And on top of that, it seems that her health isn't a priority in their eyes. So that is concerning. That scares me. It really does. You're from Germany too? That's really cool. I don't know if I want to use the blue or not, because it makes it look more green, and I don't like that. I don't like green. I just don't like green. So let's try to use a purple. A purple girl. Now let's see if I apply, let's do a light green. Let's see what it looks like on top of it. It's nice. However, it's not the style of hair I'm looking for, but it is nice. It is nice with the orange. It contrasts well with it. Very well. Let's see. I hope that everything works out, Toga, and I hope that she's okay. I really hope she's okay. Alright, then I'm gonna go with a purple, but something light. Something light. I get a... That. What is a that? A that, I don't even know what a that is. Do I even have that color anymore? So I think I just got rid of that one not too long ago. Will you stop scratching on the wall? That is not, yeah, that is the right color. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no problem. All right. So if I'm not going to get the right hair color I want for him, then I'm just going to go over with a colored pencil. It's trial on error, everyone. Trial on error. But now I kind of forgot which one is lighter. This one or this one? Let's see. There's this, which is the buttercup yellow. Thank you, Toga. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Then that, and then that. All right. I think I got it. But let's go one step at a time. I don't want it to be too dark. I don't want it to be too dark. Very, very light. Because it's got the manga. I want the manga look. The shoujo manga type feel to it. I've been drawing since I was a baby. But I've been drawing anime art since I was probably like 11. I started drawing people, though, when I was like 7 or 8. But I love drawing boys more than I do girls. I don't know why. But I really love drawing guys. My cat was chasing her tail last night. I woke up to her chasing her tail. I'm like, dude, come on now. It is late. Can we please rest for once? Can we please rest? If we have her in here, she will keep us up all night. Well, me up all night, not my husband because he's a deep sleeper, but like, yeah, he doesn't really care. Her, on the other hand, she will just go at you all night and not leave you alone. It's annoying as crap. Thank you. And welcome back. Welcome back, Sasha. I kind of like that color better. It's light. It's not too dark. I just like it. I'm not very experienced with markers, so I have a hard time with markers. So that's why I'm coloring with markers, because I'm trying to practice more so with them. Because they're nice. They're really nice. They're so nice. Oh, I'm using that. What are you doing? And why are you doing? Like, why? Why are we doing this? She's right behind me, too. She just plopped over here by me, no care in the world. Sitting here washing, gnawing at herself. My cats gnaw at themselves like they're dogs. They gnaw at themselves like they're dogs. It's creepy. It's very creepy. And if this isn't If this doesn't suffice, then I shall color over it with colored pencils. My daughter, she watches AFML, and they play the boys in AFML, they play the fashion game on Roblox. They're like, oh my god, girls, that looks so cute. It's so funny when they do that. I don't know if you guys know what AFML is. AFML's a YouTuber. And she does she does the Roblox too, but she does a lot of YouTube and Minecraft. I don't think I post on Pinterest, but I do like Pinterest. I'm just not on there. I'm rarely on there. Rarely. It's just not very often I'm on there. What about you? Do you have Pinterest? I don't post my stuff on a lot of things, and the reason why is because this is the only app I feel like is genuine for one. There's just genuine support here, and just freedom to be yourself. I've always enjoyed that about YouTube, even though everywhere you're gonna find trolls, or people that just are the way that they are. But I do not post other places because a lot of people will take people's content or their drawings, their art, or anything for that matter, their gaming content, anything, and repost it. And I think I feel very strongly about people using watermarks in subtle places. You do. Hi, Ira. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. I am Akemi. Some people do pronounce it Akemi, but it's pronounced Akemi. And I draw original characters. This is my original character this is my first time actually drawing him. His name is Aki, and he is Akemi's older brother. He is Akemi's older brother. He is the first time drawing him. First time. First time. His hair reminds me of sunset. Hi. Hello. Hello. I think I was using that one. I don't remember. I've been kind of randomly using these here and there. Markers are so fun to use, but they're difficult for me because I'm not 100% comfortable using them just yet, but I will be. I think I'll get used to them eventually. I think so. Are you serious? My cat is over here plopped over right on me and just sitting here gnawing at herself. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? She's about to be 2, dudes. She's about to be 2. It's crazy how long I've had her. She's a precious baby. She's my precious baby. She's so sweet too. She's just the sweetest little thing. If you go to pet her, she'll kind of move her head a little bit and then she'll go to lick you. She washes you like you're her own. It's so cute. It's the cutest thing ever. So freaking cute. Cute, cute. Do you guys have pets? You wish you had pets? Oh, hi Nova. Hi Nova. How is it going today or this evening for you? Yes, sir. Dad only wants cats, but mom hates. Oh, your mom hates cats? That's unfortunate. Is she allergic to cats or she just doesn't like them? I think that's strawberry blonde enough, I suppose. If not, then I guess I could still go over it with like a different, like a color pencil, because I have color pencils and I love color pencils. Like that's my specialty. I love color pencils so much. So much. My favorites of all time. All art supplies are really, really cool though. Any of them. I didn't have to use the other marker so much. I wouldn't say I completely don't need it, but your aunt, do you say aunt or aunt? I say aunt. I call it aunt. I know some people say aunt. I say aunt. I don't know why. Where I'm from, that's just what I heard growing up, so I say aunt. Gantz is very underrated. Who is that? Thank you. Thank you. I say Tante. And oh, that's how is it Tante? Or Tante? Oh, you say aunt. Okay, gotcha. I don't know why. I've always said aunt. I've always said aunt. I don't know why. I guess northerns say aunt. I don't know. I'm from the north. So I guess maybe that's probably what it is. I know here where I'm living now, out like it's the southern state, they say aunt here, which I think might be the actual way to say it. I don't know. I think there's just different ways of saying things. Yeah, I don't think that's too bright. Pretty sure it's the right colors though that I wanted to use for him. Tell the Academy. It's with the E. Oh, Tante? Is that how you say it in German? Yeah. Gotcha. I think I was just using this color and that one, the light color. I think that's pretty much it that I was using. Pretty sure. I love rendering hair. That's about the only thing I like to render. The rest of it, no. I don't like to, I'm just not ever in the mood to render anything else besides the hair. Now, skin is fine. It's not too bad, but this, yes. Just yes. That's it. Just yes. You're back. How did everything go, Toga? Hello. Welcome to the stream. I am Akemi, and I draw OCs. Sometimes, rarely, though, but I draw fan art too, but it's just rare, and it's not the kind that people mostly watch. Sadly. Most of the people watch, like, JJK, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, probably Attack on Titan, I don't know. But that's probably your guys' thing, maybe. Thank you. I just draw. I know a lot of people ask, like, how do you draw? You just draw. You just draw. Take your utensil, your drawing utensil, whatever you're using, and just do what feels right. I guess that's how I feel about it. Though not sure, sometimes you don't expect things to come out the way that they do, but they do. Now let's go back over this a little bit darker. Yeah, I want to speak a lot of languages. Let's go back over here. Make it dark. Worse. Make it darker. My iPad just did a little twinkle. I don't know why. It twinkles. It twinkles. There. So, have you talked? Man, these people already are making me mad. Whoever these people are that are doing this to her and then saying that to you are obviously causing problems behind closed doors. It's obvious that her health is not a priority. So that kind of sounds like they are actually the way that they're describing you. You writing stories doesn't make you that. And honestly, like, people use those terms for people they don't like or people that just irk them or annoy them for some reason. I just think that they're saying that to you because that's really how they are, and they don't want anyone to know that that's how they are. I don't know. That's just not fair because she doesn't sound like she's in a safe environment. And you care about her. Thank you. Thank you, Ludos. Yeah, I think that's true, Nova. Very, very true. I do notice that that seems very, very true. As you can tell, I like more of the softer look. And that's kind of what I'm going for, is the soft look. Because I really, really love the soft look. Yeah, I don't know why this is blurring out so bad, but yeah. That's just really sad to hear. I think her parents see you as a threat. I really do. I think they know that you're on to them. That's what it sounds like. I hate to say it, but it sounds like they know that you're on to them. A lot of times, if people see that you're seeing things that they don't want you to see and you're more prone to being more open about it, they don't quite like that very much. So you're probably going to be problematic to them. Now, that doesn't mean you are, but it's very important. The key thing here is that you seem to care so much about her in an environment that seems chaotic for her and lonely. And right now, she doesn't need to be lonely. I'm so sorry. That is so terrible that she has to go through that. Now, do you guys have a school counselor of this sort? Of some sort, rather. Okay. That is the right colors that I wanted to use. These specifically are the ones that I wanted to use. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and swatch these. Yeah. Yeah, like there needs to be a welfare check or something because there's something not right. I know that can be tricky. But if you're saying that in Germany they take it seriously, then yeah, I would definitely have someone check because something is not right. I mean, her parents, grown adults, by the way, picking on their child and doing stuff to her and not taking her out of school and taking her to the doctor or something like that sounds really concerning. And then calling you, who's just a child, who's just writing stories and doing things that she loves to do, calling you names, that's very alarming for an adult to act that way. These are supposed to be grown adults. That's alarming. The way they are acting is quite alarming. Yeah. They aren't even children at this point. They're not even people, like decent human beings. There's just no point in calling them that because, yeah. What I meant to say though is they're supposed to be. But that's just. I know she doesn't want you to. And honestly, when we're children and when things bad happen to us, we really don't. We're afraid to say anything because most of the time, honestly, nothing gets done. The system don't do anything, and we still get left in their care, and we end up getting in trouble. So that's really tricky. It's a tough situation that I don't know. But I would definitely try to see what's going on because something is not right. I don't blame her. She has every right to be afraid. She has every right to be afraid. Okay, where's that other sheet of paper? I don't know how long I've been live for an hour and 16 minutes. See, it doesn't even feel like it's been, it actually kind of feels like it's been a little longer. I don't know why. I don't know why. I kind of want it, because Akemi's eyes are like a greenish bluish. Kind of teal, I guess, in a way. Because Akemi has kind of the same thing I do, where I have like a gold. Around my pupil, I have like gold. So it makes my eyes sometimes appear greenish. So it's a weird thing that happens. And my eyes are not brown of any sort, but the brown gene does run in my family on both sides, both parent sides. So I wonder if that's why the gold ring is around that and it causes that effect. But my eyes are normally just blue, but then whenever, I don't know, maybe it's the sun or the lighting, whenever that happens, you could see the gold ring around my eye. It's gold. And it causes the greenish look. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely. There needs to definitely be evidence. There needs to be very careful evidence. But this needs to be done soon or immediately because something is not right. Now, his eyes, I might make his eyes like a bluish gray. He might have like a bluish gray color eyes. Maybe. Well, I could go with this one here. I don't know then. No, that was over here, so I switched those colors. Because I accidentally swatched the wrong color. I don't know why I did that, but oh well. Moving on. Okay. Moving forward. Maybe that. Or no, a gray. They do it for a reason. Because they know people are going to find out. So, I think it really sucks that But she has to deal with this. It's BS. It's bull baloney. She shouldn't have to go through that. I know if I was there, they wouldn't like me. They would absolutely hate me. They would absolutely hate me. I know, though, when I was a kid, though, if I was a kid, I probably wouldn't know what to do. But now as an adult, ugh, yeah. They would not want to see me coming. They would not want to see me coming. Sadly, so many children around the world are being hurt, and no one does anything about it. What are you guys eating? What are you guys eating? I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with his eyes. I do want to make him like bluish gray because I have a lot of characters with reddish, brownish eyes or brown eyes. And I don't have a lot of this color. This color's here. Okay. Well, I have come to a conclusion. I think. This one, and that one. Now, that's the only one I didn't use. I picked all the rest except for the lightest one. I picked all that. And now, let's see. This is that color. Oh, I don't know. Let's actually put the dark color in the middle. Like that. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. Now this. And then I'll just go in with like the jelly roll pen, that thing. And then go from there. I think gray is so fitting. Yeah. Now that I'm looking, I'm like, wow, yeah. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. I made it that color instead of just blue. So I already have blue-eyed characters. I don't have gray-eyed characters, so yeah. Now let's add a little bit of blue up here. And I'll go on with a colored pencil to add more texture, but Chef's kiss, perfect. That's exactly what I was going for. Thank you to the wind and the non-existent sun out there. Because there's no sun out there, literally. The sun is like, he's like, I'm out. Peace. He's out. He said, peace out, suckers. The sun dipped today. Like, he's not. I don't care. He don't care about us no more. He's gone forever. Now it's just windy and cloudy out there. Like, no other. I have to do this every time, guys, because I forget. I forget my colors. I forget my colors. Alright. Then 20 and there. I got it. I got it. Perfect. I got the exact color that I needed for his eyes. All I needed to do was just highlight that a little, or ink that just a little bit more. Okay. Now, I don't know if I want to color this or not. I don't know if I want to go live any longer, like not too much longer, because it's just, I don't know, I'm not up for it. Not so much, no. I might just, because I need to drink my tea too. I forgot that I need to drink my tea. I have to drink it before a certain time or else I'm going to be all hyped up and not go to bed. That's okay, no problem. I've just kind of been sitting here goofing off with colors and trying to get in my green tea because it's just, I need to drink it before a certain time or I'm going to be all hyped up and not be able to sleep. It is just a truck. It's just a truck, okay? It's just a truck. You don't have to sit there and... Jeez. They were gone. They were asleep and they hear trucks and they act like it's a helicopter landing on our... the thing on top of the house. What's that thing called? It's a roof. A roof. Welcome back, Tugga. Yeah, that's what it's called. They act like it's a helicopter on top of our roof. A roof. Roof. You kind of remember something? I hope I could help. Oh yeah, I'll probably be able to see that once I'm done with live. Which won't be very long from now, but from now, if I could speak genuinely better than what I'm doing now, because I'm not with it right now. His eyes are a bluish gray, and I think I made the right call. And all I'm going to do is go in with a darker color pencil, and there we go. That's okay, no problem. I have to go in a little bit anyway. But Cosmic, I hope you have a great weekend and take care of yourself, and I will see you soon. I itchy and dry. I all dried out. That's exactly why I can't go in the sun, because it will dry me the crap out. It will, really bad. Get in there. Alright, and then, wait. Where does this one go then? Oh no. Oh no. I'll just put that back in there. Oh well. Okay. Now, I don't know if I want to do any more or not. Because I've been live for almost an hour and a half and I'm not sure if I want to do anything else. Because I've already done so much to coloring more than... Well, actually, I've colored less than what I usually color. But now I know that I can color her hair the exact same color. Because they have the same color hair. Their eyes are just not the same color. His eyes are like blue-gray. His eyes are like blue-gray. Luckily I have my light because you can see just a little bit more. This one I'm really happy with how it turned out because I'm not good with coloring black hair with marker. So I'm really happy. An old drawing? Okay. One of you, I think it was the other person that was in here, was talking about Luffy. If I can get this open. Uh-oh. Hold up. Okay. An old drawing. You want to see an old drawing? Ugh. Okay. Alright, here's an older drawing. This one's from 2011. This is the girl. I just colored her top. I'll show you her name. I used to name her Miyabi, but now her name, I have changed her name to Paige because she's half Caucasian. This is her, the same girl, but she's grown up. That's her. Same girl. And I'll show you an older drawing. I don't have very many of those, but I do have them. I'm glad that I was able to keep some of them over time. Thank you. All right. Let's see. If I can find it. Okay, here's a one from 2006. This is Songhai, and that's Matthew. One of my very first characters was him, and then Songhai. And he is the guy. I'll show you him now. Let me see. I've not colored that one, but yeah. That's him now. He looks totally different. His eyes used to be blue, but I've changed them to brown. But that's him. They're the same guy, believe it or not. But yeah, that's him. That's a very old drawing of him. There you go. And this one was from last year. They're the same person. Same one. She was Miyabi before, but I've changed her name to Paige. And they suggested a like a pink color. And I've got some fan art too. This is Zero Kiryu, and he is from Vampire Knight. This is Meliodas. He is 12 when the show starts. He's 15. Oh, your character. Oh, your one character? So when your series starts, he's 12, and then so like and then time goes by, he's 15. But this is Meliodas. I actually don't like that show anymore. Let's see. I have a lot of fan art that I've drawn of some of my favorite anime of all time. The other stuff is over there that I have when I didn't finish. This is FLCL, one of my favorite anime. And I still like this. I actually decided not to color the rest of it just because I like the way the hair and the skin looked together. Just not, colored. I didn't even color the eyes. I just wanted to keep it that way. But it's like one of my favorites. See, this is Sailor Moon. You know how I was talking about the bright colors? Yeah, this is not the kind of look I'm going for. Now, before I did kind of have like a style of Ranma, but Ranma is like there's you guys probably know what the Ranma 1.5 show is, the new one, but the old school one was my style back then, like the 80s Ranma, the late 80s Ranma 1.5. That was the style I used to have, where there's like bright colors like this. As you can see, it's kind of like very similar, but now I go for more of a softer look. But this one, I should not have colored it. I liked it better when it was not colored. So I did not finish it. I did not finish it. Kids are awful, man. That is so sad that that's happening to her. Man. Bring her to me. If they're going to treat her like that, bring her to me. Bring that baby to me. She would have a heyday around here. She would have a heyday around here. She would have a heyday. And plus, my children are goofy as crap, so they would definitely make her laugh 100%. They'd make her. They'd make her laugh. Let's see. I'm a big Digimon fan, so I would draw a lot of Digimon and stuff like that. Digimon. Not the Digimon, but yeah. And I used to draw Sailor Moon a little bit here and there. I wanted to do a different style with Sailor Moon. I thought this turned out really nice. This was done with marker and watercolor. And a little bit of pencil. I see the texture on the side. The pencil too. Yeah, the more evidence, the better. I agree. Looks like your first crush. And I have Sasuke. I used to like Sasuke a lot back when I did like Naruto, but I don't really like Naruto anymore. I don't like it no more. It's not my thing. It is not. And I'm a huge Eureka 7 fan, so I have a ton of that. This is Lucy Heartfilia from Fairy Tale. What I ended up doing is I had a computer paper drawing of her. My niece, she found it and she scribbled on it, but I still kept it. She did some scribbles on it, and because she did scribbles on it, I wanted to still keep it because this is a memory. You know, we get to look back on that. So it's special to me, and I wanted to keep it. So what I ended up doing is I really liked the drawing. Luckily, I was able to, before it got scribbled on, I was able to copy it and print it out. And you could see like the sketchbook and stuff behind it because I think I screenshotted it and it's just gray, so I didn't get to color it though. Man, a B? That's impressive. That is impressive. She sounds really highly intelligent too. And her parents are freaking out about a B? My goodness. Yeah, I agree with Art. I agree that the evidence would be spectacular to have whatever evidence you can gather. I think honestly, her talking about this and the way her behavior is, the way she is, the things that she goes through, all the things that happens with her is proof enough. It's actually enough proof to show something's not right at home. Now, everyone suffers with anxiety on some level. Honestly, every single person, for the most part, on this planet, even animals, suffer with anxiety and anxiousness and stuff like that. That happens, it's human, and it's the way us creatures are. Except for us humans, we have this thing where we recognize it in our brain and we find ways that work for us that we can do to cope with it. With that said, with that in mind, if there's things that are severe happening with someone's mental health, especially a child, that proves that something is or has gone completely wrong that they didn't deserve. Whether that's one event or several events. And if a child has so much going on to where they can't cope, or they're scared or fearful, or they're just upset all the time and just don't know how to be happy, that proves that there's something not quite right happening. And that proves there's a bunch of things on top of more that they're going through in their lives that they can't quite understand and don't know how to talk about, or don't know how to fully regulate themselves to where they can talk about it, which is understandable because when you have so much things happening to you that is one after another, one after another, never anything good happening as a child, that's gonna cause some things to manifest. And what you've shared with me, I'm not gonna say it out loud, but what you shared with me is enough evidence. Hello, Miku. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I'm just showing some old art. This is something I did today. I colored that. I just didn't want to really render it very much, but yeah. This kind of actually looks like the same color. But yeah, based off of 6 weeks are free for a reason. What do you mean by that? I think I missed something. Guys, YouTube keeps deleting comments. I don't know why. I think one of my moderators at least might be in the chat. So hopefully if you guys see anything that isn't inappropriate or does have something to do with what we're talking about, you can go ahead and approve that comment, by the way, if you see that happening. I have been, but it also says that a moderator has taken care of that, so I think someone already is. But yeah, I think her saying that and her reactions and how she's coping through this, I think that's proof enough. That's enough evidence to show that something's not right. Something wrong is happening at home. Yeah. 6 weeks over there. Here in the States, I believe they are also, I think they're 8 weeks over here. I think it just depends on the state, which state. I think here, let me think. Yeah, about anywhere from, I think about 8 to 10 weeks here in where I'm living now, but where I'm from, probably around maybe longer. But that really sucks. Like, I hope that before school lets out, something is done about the situation. Because this sounds very, very worrisome. I'm worried about her health, and I'm worried about what's going on with her at home. So honestly, Togo, you're doing the right thing by caring about her and trying to figure out what's going on and what you can do. You're not. You're not. They're calling you that because they think that they're that way. And oftentimes, I think what they're noticing is that you care about her. And they are terrified of her speaking up about this, which she's not. She loves her parents. And we do as children. We love our parents and we don't want to say anything about what's going on. On top of that, when you are a child and when you're going through so much as a child, everything, like back to back to back to back, nothing ever goes great in your life. What ends up happening is you're afraid to say anything because you are afraid you're going to get in trouble or no one's going to believe you, especially if you grew up and no one really believed you. And if she is a timid kid and very quiet, then she's probably afraid no one's going to believe her. If she doesn't talk very much or socialize with many people, she's probably also afraid no one's going to believe her. But I think what's going on here is the parents are seeing that she has a best friend, which is you. They see you, her best friend, and they're just like, she's gonna find out, so I'm gonna make her feel like she's crazy, so that way other people think that she's crazy. But you're just a kid too. And for supposed adults to call a child that really is telling about how they really are, and it confirms that what she's doing, her mannerisms, the way she's reacting understandably to all of this stuff happen to her. is very telling. So I would definitely take the serious. It's I'm really glad that you're asking about it and you're taking consideration of this. This shows that you really truly care about her. And honestly, not many people get to have a friend like you. And I'm really proud of you for talking about it. And I know it's hard. I know you were probably torn and didn't want to say anything to anyone about it because it's like this is stuff that's happening to her. It's very sensitive information. But I really I applaud you for opening up about it and talking about something that's hard. So, with that in mind, just know that honestly, how she is now is enough proof to do something about these people, these whatever they are. And I hope that this gets taken care of. I hope that she'll be okay. I hope that she'll be safe. And I'm just very thankful that she has a best friend like you. And since she has already explained that she is expected to go to school and not miss it and have to endure pain and not go to the doctor or hospital instead, then that is very telling. What is that? Is that like the justice system or is that the mental health industry in your country? Of course. Honestly, I thank you for being there for her and being support and loving her for who she is. Everyone deserves that, especially when they feel alone in this world and like no one cares or like no one will listen or understand, or they feel like they can't express what's going on inside because they might be afraid or just feel like no one really cares enough to listen. So I thank you for being there for her. So basically, it's child services. Here, it's child services. So it's kind of like that. Yeah. So it's the same way here. And sadly, they fail a lot of children. And even then, when children are placed into care, into another like foster homes or anything like that, even then, it's not always guaranteed you're going to get a foster parent that's going to give you the kindness, the safety and health that you deserve as a child. Oftentimes when children are placed, and sometimes they do find better for the child, and other times they find an absolute nightmare just as where they came from, which honestly defeats the whole purpose of being taken away from the parent. So it's something I've thought about for many years because honestly the system was involved when I was a child, and I've often thought about it and had my therapist, several therapists, bring up the fact that, well, there's a lot of parents in the foster care system that aren't really great parents. So initially, you're going back, right back to the same problems. Not always. This isn't always, but you're not always going to be guaranteed safety, which is sad if you think about it. Yeah, it sounds like she wants the pain to go away. Now, it just sounds like she doesn't want to. She's telling you this. You know why she's telling you this? She doesn't want to. She doesn't really want to. She's telling you this because she doesn't want to. She's saying this as someone who has had ideation myself. Like I suffer with something called PMDD, and what that is, it happens like, yeah, it's a long story, but basically I have those feelings sometimes whenever around that time, which is very frustrating. Now this is caused, and I've been having this since I was 9 years old that I can remember. And the reason why she's telling you, someone close to her, is because she doesn't want to. She does not want to, I promise you, she doesn't want to. She wants it to go away, the pain to go away. She wants the suffering to go away. She wants to be heard. She wants to be understood. She wants connection. She wants true, genuine love. Like, she wants unconditional love, not conditional love, where she's expected to perform and do everything everyone else wants her to do and obey and not have feelings or emotions of her own or thoughts of her own. She's telling you because she trusts you. She feels safe with you, and rightfully so. I mean, you sound like someone who's there for her, and she sounds like someone that is just such a loving, caring person, too precious to ever harm. And from what it seems like, she really is someone you enjoy spending your time with as well. And she seems like she's a great friend to you as well. And I think that is beautiful. I think that is so beautiful that I really do. And I think it's beautiful that she has a best friend like you that's there for her. And I really hope that everything works out for her, and I'm glad that she talks to you and tells you some of these things. She probably can't tell you everything. Honestly, she probably won't be able to because she probably doesn't fully understand it herself at this moment, and she loves her parents. She's conditioned to be a certain way out of fear. Not true respect or true love or anything. You know, that's not really how families like that really are. Like, a true family is somewhere where there's mutual respect, regardless of what color you are, your age, your gender, anything like that, your religion, your beliefs, anything like that. There's mutual respect and understanding, love, care, consideration. And in a dysfunctional family, which that sounds like she's suffering through, that just can't take place. So these people aren't they obviously have a lot of mental health issues themselves that they're not getting help for and blaming their daughter instead. That's very sweet of you, Mr. That's very sweet of you. And thank you for joining the live, and thank you for offering advice to Toga. That's very sweet of you to say that and be kind. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, the art community here has been nothing but a great experience. You guys don't understand. Like, you just you don't really have that support and connection, true connection with people. And honestly, with me, like, before, when I was a kid and a young adult, I felt like I had to be somebody else just to survive. And that's honestly how it is in a lot of people. And I think eventually, like, when we get into a space, regardless of where that is, and start doing things we love to do, I think we start to become more of who we are. Hello, welcome to the stream. But I'm honestly, Toki, you don't give yourself enough credit. I disagree with you there that you are an incredible human being. And honestly, if you weren't, you wouldn't be trying to figure this out. You wouldn't be so careful about the situation. It's a tough situation, but you're honestly like, you're taking her into consideration. And that's very precious. That's very precious, and I want you to know that. So I hope that she's okay, and I hope that if things do get to a point to where she does have to be somewhere else, that she finds the family that she deserves. Heck, if I could take her, I wish that I could have her and she meet my baby. Because I have a daughter. I have a daughter myself. And my daughter would absolutely adore her. She would make her laugh until she peed herself. My child just does that. My daughter, she is the goofiest little thing ever. My son, I think that's why he has goofy tendencies because of watching his sister, but she is so freaking hilarious. She would make her laugh until no end. She's like hilarious. She'd make her laugh. And honestly, like my daughter, she plays and everything. Her and her best friend, they play together. And I just want that to last forever because honestly, when you're a child and you grow up in chaotic environments and dysfunctional families, you have to grow up. You can't be a kid. You can't enjoy yourself. You can't know yourself. You don't get to know yourself. So, and especially if you're responsible for your parents and you're responsible for catering to their feelings and their emotions and listening to them vent, and even siblings, if she has siblings, it's kind of hard to be a kid. So she needs that. She deserves that. She deserves to be a kid and enjoy what she loves to do things that makes her happy. Even if her parents, wouldn't do that, still, like, she deserves that freedom to decide kinds of clubs she'd like to be part of, or like hobbies she'd like to to be interested in. Yeah, I have a daughter. I have a son too. I do. As a mother, her parents, I guess, supposed parents, are not actual parents. It's not normal parent behavior. Now, parents make mistakes, okay? Parents make mistakes. All right, that happens. So long as the parent is able to connect with the child and come back to the situation and correct their behavior, not just say, I'm sorry, or I didn't mean it that way, that wasn't my intention, or that never happened. You're a liar. You're a lying little this and that. And, that is not normal parenting behavior. Now, is it common? Yes, it's common, sadly. Not only have I experienced parents like that, but several people I have known in my life, even people I no longer speak to, have experienced awful things that have happened to them in their lives that they didn't deserve as children. And it's just unfortunately common. But it's not okay. It's not normal. It's not justifiable in any way. And when parents do things like that, yes, we all make mistakes. As a first-time parent, I made mistakes that I'm not proud of. And honestly, like whenever you seek assistance and help for your own patterns as a parent, which it's our responsibility as the adult to correct behavior, not expect our kids to correct their behavior because we're upset and mad at them. No. So it's important to, of course, understand that parents are not going to be perfect. But at the same time, when parents are doing something like that and they're not trying to make amends through action, not words, not just little peddly little words, actions, that would make a total difference. If they're like, hey, I noticed that what I'm doing isn't okay, it's not the right way, I learned differently from my parents, and their way was not a very healthy way. Yeah, parents make mistakes. It happens so long as they're able to correct it. But a lot of times, parents come from other parents whose other parents believe that their way is the highway. That's it. You do as I say, not as I do. And that irks me so much. Like, I wonder, like, now, as a parent, I am a parent, but I also have a very emotional demeanor to me. I guess I call it childlike. Apparently, though, there's a different meaning to it according to therapists. But I think why that happens is because when you're around people that aren't doing a very healthy thing, you start to believe it's the right thing. And you grow up making mistakes too, like that parent would. But the thing that really matters is that you notice it's a pattern and you tell yourself that's not healthy, that's not helpful, it's not okay, and it's not a way I want to live by. So it's really important. You thought I was 19? No. No, I'm 33. My husband and I are 33, and we have two little ones. But I think a lot of parents have this perspective that because there's different types of parenting, and I wish they'd stop using gentle parenting. I wish they never ever use that as the term, and instead of conscious parenting, because they think it's just letting your child do whatever they want. That's not what it is. They think it's just telling your child to stop several times and not going over and correcting them and redirecting them. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm 33. 33. But it's just crazy. Like, more times than not, you see so much, like on the news and headlines and stuff like that, which is why I honestly don't watch the news. And another reason why I got off the other social media apps. And even when I'm like, now, when I'm like on Google or whatnot, it shows up as an advertisement that these parents were arrested for doing this to their child. You see it so much. That's one of the reasons why I also had to get off TikTok and get off Facebook as well, is because it's all I saw. Not only were people fighting back and forth using racial slurs, fighting over politics, using therapy terms to weaponize against each other and get bad things happening in situations and stuff and causing conflict, more and more conflict that doesn't help. And just being involved in that sometimes myself was just not ideal. And seeing that was just, it was frustrating. So it's sad that seeing that it's really common, but it's not normal, Toga. It's not. It's dysfunction. It's chaos. It's abuse. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. No. That's not how parents are supposed to be. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, I think that's why you are there for her and so understanding and careful about this, because you know what it's like. You know what it's like. I don't know why with me, though. I ended up having a different coping mechanism than, honestly, probably 99% of my family, to where I've always been a bedroom kid in my room drawing. At the same time, I've also been more open about stuff. And that started happening when I was in my teens. I remember starting to be more open. Now, as a kid, though, I remember asking questions because I wasn't really talking very well as a kid growing up, so I couldn't really find the right words to say. But I asked my mother why a lot. Why this? Why that? Why? And she gets so mad at me because I'm asking questions that are really happening. Like, why is everyone going back to normal? Like, why did this happen? Why did that happen? Like, I couldn't understand why this was happening and everyone acted normal or pushed it, swept it under the rug and claimed nothing happened. And this happens in dysfunctional family units so much, where everyone just doesn't speak about it. And I think there was this big sense of justice, strong sense of justice within me for so long that I didn't honestly see in any other part of my family, extended at least, that I was the only one saying anything about it. I remember my mother, she used to ask for favors from neighbors or anyone and then vent to me about these people and talk bad about them. And I'd be like, Mom, can't you just tell them that? Why don't you just tell them that? And she'd get so mad at me for saying that. But it's like, it would make sense if you would just go tell them that, not me, a kid. I'm not in this. I don't know. Like, it's stupid. Hello, Glitter. I am doing well. I just finished coloring a bunch of stuff, and now I'm talking with Toga. We're talking about some really deep things that actually happen in real life, sadly. Oh, they probably made you believe that you aren't, but just know that you know yourself better. You know yourself better. And it's easy to believe other people's perception of you, especially if you grew up with a parent that constantly pointed fingers at you when they should have been looking within themselves. Constantly, constantly digging and trying to get you to react just so you were the problem. But that's something that you've grown to believe, and it's very important for you to analyze your mannerisms. What do you define as a good or bad person? Because here's the thing, I don't think anyone is inherently just good or just bad. I think that there's dark and light in everybody. Everyone on this earth has dark and light within them. Sometimes, though, well, actually, a lot of times, there are people like the people you just described. Thank you, I appreciate that. But like the people you just described, her parents, their darkness takes over their life. And when your darkness takes over your life, bad things start to happen and you start making choices. And eventually make those choices and define yourself as that's just who I am. Deal with it. Like, people, I've heard that my entire life. When I've gone to people and tried to talk to them about patterns I'm noticing that are hurtful, Well, that's just who I am. You can't accept me for who I am. You're attacking me. You need to deal with it. I accept you for who you are. Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. That's the thing. Like, these people will constantly do these things towards you. But then when you go to them, they've got to make it like this is the most horrible thing you could ever do, and then you believe you're a horrible person for saying anything about it. But when you go to them and tell them, instead of saying, let's talk more about that, let's dive deeper into that so we can figure out what we can do to get through it, you're made to be problematic. Now it seems like you did believe that. So if you, hello Linda, welcome. So if you, what do you define as good or bad? To me, your behaviors, your actions don't sound like darkness has taken over your life. It doesn't seem like that's, now there's a lot of hurtful things inside of you that still hurt you. And that's the dark side that it's important for you to take care of and show yourself compassion and do the things that make you happy and bring you joy, you know? What's my favorite art style? I am into the shoujo romance art style, like 2000s more so. But I really want that for you. Because, listen, you have a best friend that also seems to love you very much, rightfully. Thank you. Thank you so much. But it's important that we show ourselves kindness too. Not only do we try to correct parts that aren't healthy, because every single person has habits that aren't so healthy for them. Not only is it important to correct unhealthy parts of ourselves, but it's also important for us to acknowledge the parts of us that we've hid away for so long that never should have been hid away or punished or shamed upon. Like for me, for example, I was ashamed of being an artist because that was seen as childish and I was a retarded little child. That was what I was called, the hard R word. I always say the hard R word. I was called the hard R word. And I remember, like, when I started to say more and speak up about more, adults started being repulsed by me when they used to really like me. And that's because I sat and listened. I was obedient. I was a good little girl. But honestly, I realized I'm not a good little girl. That's really strange to be called that. Now that I think back about it, it feels very uncomfortable to remember hearing that I'm a good kid or a good girl. That's just, it seems really creepy to me. It's eerie. And I don't use that towards my kids. It's just not fair to put someone in a box. Anyone. See, now, useful. I understand what you mean by that. Too much. It's important that people want to be near you, want to have your company, want to get to know you, or want to sit with you and enjoy the things that you guys love together, even if it's different things. But only needing you isn't fair. So I want you to keep that in mind too. You shouldn't just be useful. No one should ever just be useful. Everyone should deserve to be wanted too. Am I gonna draw more? Nah. Maybe I will ink the rest of my drawing that I made of my OC Yumi, but I'm not sure. It's a gloomy day, so I don't know how I feel about doing more. I might ink her and then be done with it, and then probably eat and stuff. I got some laundry and stuff to do. But other than that, I don't really know if I'll draw too much more. Definitely not on live, because I just did this like over an hour ago, and then I colored, where is he? I colored Aki's hair, and it's a strawberry blonde. But I think it's so important for these parents to correct their mistakes. I think what matters, like, to a child is seeing their parent grow and transform their lives and do better. I think that's really inspiring for a child. It would be great for her to see her parents, like, to get the help that they need and admit that, hey, there's some problems here. I had these problems as a kid and I want to get through them so I don't pass them on to my kid. Like, I hope that for them. I hope that they do. And or I hope, and if they don't, if they decide that they're too good for that and they know best, and that everyone's a POS for trying to be there for their child that they should be caring for and loving genuinely, then I really hope that she finds safety and the love that she deserves. You too, Glitter. Thank you for joining the live. Take care of yourself and have a fantastic weekend. But yeah, I understand that. I do. I want you to be careful with that. Because when we try to be there for people that are often don't really care about us, truly want us, and just only need us, then what ends up happening is we build resentment. We start to feel anger, disgust, disappointment, frustration, all those things. That's part of grief, by the way. That's grief from not having the support you deserve too, because you deserve to have support too. You deserve to have someone that can listen to you and at least try to understand, even if they don't fully understand, or at least show you clarity in some way, even if you guys need to come back to it in a little while, or at least communicate to you and say, hey, right now this is happening. But I will say that next time we talk, we can get through and talk about it. I need a little bit more time to think about it, but let's talk about it later. You deserve that, you know? You deserve... I do. Like, 100%. It's so important for someone to reciprocate understanding and love towards you as well. And it's hard to really identify what that looks like. Like, mutual support, understanding, love. It's hard to identify what that looks like, but eventually I think once you start realizing, hey, I just don't feel right. I feel like I'm hearing everyone else. I'm understanding, or at least trying to understand and approach things differently with other people. But it seems like that's not reciprocated and they can't do the same. That starts to build into anger. But I will say that anger, that grief that you feel, does cause a lot of clarity, and clarity is excellent. Clarity starts within yourself. And whenever you have a lot of situations where there's hard times and chaos or dysfunction in friendships or family or even acquaintances, then you start to have clarity once you distance yourself from people like that you don't feel can reciprocate or don't want to. So, I mean, you deserve someone that's interested in why you're so passionate about writing, for example. You like to write. Thank you. Thank you so much. But you like to write. You like to write. You enjoy it very, very much. It's so important to have someone that's invested into you, even if they don't have an interest in writing, to understand why that's a passion of yours, or even listen to you when you explain like about certain aspects of your writing, your story. Like that's so important, you know? I think that a lot of times when we grow up in dysfunction, we're so used to being just needed and being available and just sitting there and being a good person, being good for them, being obedient, listening to what they say, believing everything that they say, having to believe everything that they say because everyone else believes what they say or everyone else believes that. We don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. We can be our own person. And I really am happy that you shared about your writing and stuff like that. And it does sound like your friend also cares about your love for writing as well, which is very telling about her too. And it's just, it sounds like you also care about what she loves too. And you've talked about her a lot actually, and you've said so many great things about her, so I think that's beautiful. But it does, though. It does, definitely. More than you know. Because listen, you talking about your writing inspires so many people, including me, to talk about their story, you know, their things that they love to do, and inspires other people too. And it also brings you joy, it brings you happiness, it places your feelings, your emotions, your character as a person into that story in a lot of different aspects, even through multiple characters. So, what you're doing is a beautiful thing. And if you ever wanted to share that, like in the community, I would absolutely love that. And I know other people would too. I know other people would too. I think we're taught at an early age to have to be worth something. You have to be, how other people perceive you is how your worth really truly is, and it's not. Because listen to this, when you sit with yourself, and you're observing yourself, you know what's going on. Because you're at home, there's no one around, you know what's going on inside of yourself. Especially if you're a highly observant person and you're prone to really not, you don't, for me, example, I don't like the TV being on. I do not like the background noise. My husband does, though. He's uncomfortable with silence. Me, I have to have the TV off. I can't have it on. So I have gotten to realize that everything I've been told about myself isn't true. Now, the only things that have been true about me that other people have said is my husband when he's come to me and talked to me, or my kids when they have came to me and talked to me personally to my face, have talked to me personally and have tried to like discuss it and get through it or make plans about something, you know, it could be anything. That's the only thing that I have found when people have a perception of me that is real and not projection or not just set out of anger because they don't like me or they disagree with me saying something that I'm noticing to them. So, honestly, your worth isn't based off of other people's perception of you. I know that's hard to believe. I know that's hard to believe. And it really is. It takes a long time not to believe that. And it feels weird to say that that's not true, but once you start saying it more, then you'll feel better about it. Because if people are just whisper, talkie to everyone else, or they're saying, oh my god, I can't even believe you would just wear that. Oh my god, you look this way, you look that way. You're just this, you're just too that, or saying that about you, you're just too this, you're just too that. Of course, most of the time they're never going to admit to it, but whenever that happens, that's not true. That's said out of spite, anger, frustration, unable to communicate properly and in a healthy way. People say stuff just because they don't have the capacity to regulate themselves and come to you in a mature manner. It is important to learn those skills so that you can get everything you need to get out to someone if they've truly been a problem to you in the first place, to truly just try to come to them and try to talk about it. I'm glad that you did too, and I'm glad that you were able to just let it all out there. And writing really is helpful too, more than you know. Trust it really does help you express yourself, and I hope you keep that with you for the rest of your life. I really do, because that you're writing everything that you write about, even if, like, no matter what genre it is. I don't care if it's comedy, if it's psychological, anything like that. Like, that matters. It's your perception of the world. It's your, like, who you are as a person. Just a mixture of different things, like just different things, and it's beautiful that you're putting it out there. I'm glad that it is too. And I thank you for talking about it, and I want to talk about it too because I know that there's other people that don't feel completely safe expressing themselves, or don't feel like they're worthy because of what someone else thinks or says. I just wanted to distinguish the difference because there is a difference. Not all people are that way. There are people that do learn healthy communication skills and do learn better skills over time. And they do actually come to you with a concern. Like you mentioned earlier about your friend, I've had kind of the opposite, but still the same thing with me. And my husband brought it up to me. He said, look, and I knew it was true because that's his perception. That's what he's seeing. And honestly, that's what I was noticing too. But still, he talked to me. He didn't yell at me. He didn't talk behind my back and call me names behind my back. He didn't tell everyone this and that, and everyone have to tell me this and that. No, he told me to me that he felt hurt to see me doing that to myself, or he felt like he was losing me, or that, and he wanted me to be better and take care of myself. He wanted that for me. He cared, and he put a lot of effort and emotion and courage to come to me. And he had those skills. He built those skills himself, despite not being taught that. And he built those skills and told me. Now, it sucked. Yes, I'm gonna admit that I did feel shame, but not because of him. Not because of him. He didn't cause that shame. That was shame from little me as a kid. And I ended up recognizing that and talking to my therapist about it, and was diagnosed. And luckily found some ways to cope through it and recognize it when it may happen. And it's really great to be able to, it's really great to be aware of it and talk about it. It makes me thankful that he did bring it up to me, because honestly, I feel like if he hadn't, then I would feel like it just doesn't matter anyway. There's really no point anyway. So, but he did, and just seeing how I felt about it just made me feel awful. And I didn't want him or our children to see me in that position and not being very great towards myself. So, yeah. But if people are just saying bad things, like her parents calling you those names, that's not true. That is just not true. Because they're not with you every day, number one. Have they tried asking what makes you so, like, what gave you inspiration to write? Like, what about it makes you so happy? Have they tried sitting with you and asking those questions to you? Probably not. They probably haven't dedicated their time to get to know you as her best friend. And it's really telling too, because if your child has a best friend, then you invest time into your child to say, hey, I'm glad you have a best friend that cares about you, that you can play with, you can enjoy time with, and enjoy each other's hobbies. I think that's amazing. Yeah, of course, Toga, anytime, anytime. And the community here is great too. And everyone here, everyone that's been in the live today, like the other person that was here earlier, the M Art, they are the type of people that will honestly show concern and care too, and they will give you advice or they will just listen. So feel free anytime if you want to talk or even share about your writing. Feel free to. I'm telling you right now, the people in my community, they also write. I don't write like on paper, but I have stories in my head. So it's very relatable to see like people who are writers, who love to write, who have passion in it. It inspires me too to put my stories out there. So I really appreciate that you're able to have that passion, that love for writing. Honestly, it doesn't matter what they say. If you're writing a certain genre they don't agree with, they don't agree with it. They're not your audience. Toga, they are not your audience. Your right audience is going to understand your reasoning, and even if they don't, they're not going to press you for to change your reasoning or change why you're writing or change your style of writing. They're not going to try to make you feel bad or shame you into writing something they want you to write. That's not genuine. See, look at it this way. If you're writing for them what they want you to write, that's not you being yourself. The fact that you're writing something that's truly from within you or what you're perceiving in this world, that shows you are being a genuine person. You're showing who you are as a person and you're expressing yourself as you should. And if people don't like that, then they're not your audience. They're not people who will care, and they honestly aren't people that deserve to be in your life. And I want you to know that and I try to tell that to any of my audience, and I notice like people in my community are also like me. That I think that's why I feel like I can be myself, because other people are like me, where they feel very strongly about certain things that other people don't feel very strongly about. And what I also appreciate is not talking about politics. Like, I'd like everybody on the other social media apps, just politics, fighting, everything. And in this community, that just doesn't happen. And people do discuss things that are happening around the world, but we just don't do debates on here or anything like that. And everyone's so understanding, and everyone is so supportive and caring towards one another. Not just towards me, but you guys too. And honestly, I have moderators, so if anyone's being rude towards the other person, luckily I can step in and do something about it, or they can too. And of course, if someone doesn't like another person in my stream, I will talk to them about it and make sure that they're not arguing with one another and they're handling things in a mature manner. I don't want everyone to fight just because they don't agree on something or they just don't like the personality of someone. I hope that everyone finds a middle ground and gets along and is continuously supportive and understanding and is able to express themselves as well. Your approval of yourself is what matters. My approval doesn't matter. Your parents' approval doesn't matter. Your cousin, your aunts, your uncles, grandparents, your classmates, your doctor, your pediatrician, the popos, none of them. None of them. Their approval doesn't matter. Yours does, though. And I think deep down you do know that. I think that there's a big part of you that does want to be understood. I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people do, but just don't really fully feel that way. But once you start to understand yourself and you start to really accept yourself unconditionally, then you start to be around people, even no matter how many people it is, that are the same way, that feel the same way and understand exactly where you're coming from. You don't even have to explain, they get it. And you're free to express yourself. You start to find that when you get to that place. So, hello, welcome. Abim? Is it Abim? Am I pronouncing that right? Well, I want you to start whenever you are having those thoughts where you feel like you have to be worth something towards someone. I want you to remember that those who really truly care for you, you won't need to be useful. You won't need to be useful. You will also be wanted by them. It's also so important for you to want yourself too, and for you to support yourself and give yourself kindness and understanding too. Okay, bye Toga. I am also going to get off live too because I've been live for a long time. I've been talking about a lot of, for those of you who just came, I am a chemi. I do a lot of original character drawings, mostly traditional, but I do digital art as well. I do sometimes draw fan art, but that is rare. And if I do, it's shoujo romance stuff. I'm into that. But a lot of times during my lives, I color. Most of the time, I color. I rarely ink because I'm not the best with ink. It's hard. It takes a lot of focus, but it improves my focus and my attention span. But I mostly color. And during my lives, we talk about anime, we talk about art, and we talk about a lot of mental health stuff, the community, mental health community, and stuff like that. And we share a lot of stuff like that. I talk about a lot of deep things because I have a younger audience, so I would like them to know things that I wished I had known as a child and a young person, and probably also learn from some of my mistakes that I made when I was younger. But I would like for that for you guys, and I'm gonna continue to share really deep things and also talk about anime and about different art stuff. And if you guys ever have any questions about anything, let me know. I'm always all my art supplies that I use, I believe I have that in my bio. So if you guys have any questions about what kind of art supplies I use, I will always have those posted in my bio. And at the same time, if you guys ever have any questions during the live of what I'm using, I will always tell you as well. It's colored. You colored it, Nova? Oh my goodness. I can't wait to see it. As soon as I get off of live, I'm going to check the community because I did suggest to people if they wanted to post in the community that they can post to the community. The community is excellent. And I talk about that a lot too because honestly, I will forever brag on this community. Like, you guys have no idea. It's amazing. Whenever I go to your drawings, it's great to see that you guys have people interacting together. And even in my comment sections, whenever I'm asking for suggestions of what colors, because I'm still working on coloring and stuff. But whenever I ask for suggestions, it's great to see other people not fighting and saying, "Oh, you're wrong for saying that." I'm glad I don't see that. I don't see that. That is amazing. Now, I do see bots, I do see trolls, but it's not enough to get me down anymore. It's not enough to also cause any problems. So myself or moderators are able to get rid of that. And of course monitor those things. But just seeing everyone interact together is just, it's amazing. It's something I didn't experience as a child or a young adult. So it's definitely something that I'm trying to get used to, and I definitely appreciate so much because it's amazing. I love the art community. Like, YouTube art community is the best community from what I've seen so far. But anyway, guys, I am gonna go get some water because I'm starting to get, I'm starting to get allergies, and my throat ends up getting really dry, and my nose is dry, so I'm gonna have to get some water in me. I've only had green tea today, and my voice is starting to crack too. I start to sound like I'm a pubescent boy whenever I don't have enough water. So I need to drink water, and I have to go potty too. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off here and just remember the quote. I just finished my spaghetti. Okay, that's my quote. Cosmic, if you're still here, that's my new quote. You mentioned it today. That's my new quote. I just finished my spaghetti. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for coming to the live. I will check the community posts. Once I get my food ready and I start eating and stuff, I go through YouTube a lot. So I'll be able to see that. And I appreciate you guys posting to the community and being supportive towards one another. And thank you guys for your support as well. And I will probably be live Monday. Usually I have a pattern where I go live 2 to 3 times a week. But you will definitely know. And if you guys ever want to talk about anything else, and if you guys want to share your art or your story, some lore to your characters, anything like that, feel free to. And not just me, but other people would love to see it and hear it and listen to you guys as well and offer support. But you guys have a fantastic weekend and take care of yourselves. Drink some water, eat some good food, and I'll see you later.